In the ASTRAX Lunar City project, the challenge was what tools to use and how to achieve the mapping of the lunar city we were trying to create. Minecraft is a children's game and an international application available on computers and portable game consoles, which can be easily handled by children. Minecraft can also be an inexpensive and easy-to-use 3D modeling tool that can be used across generations and borders. In ASTRAX, we were able to realize simple and inexpensive 3D mapping by using this Minecraft in the mapping of ASTRAX Lunar City. In this paper, we will introduce the method of lunar city mapping using Minecraft and present an actual example of interfacing with economic activities on Earth. 1. Introduction. ASTRAX has been working on the ASTRAX Lunar City project since 2007. This project aims to create a virtual lunar city and to develop products and services related to the Moon, and to apply them to business on the ground even before going to the Moon. Currently, about 350 businesses, companies, stores, organizations, individuals, etc., own ASTRAX-branded lunar land, and we are creating the Lunar City business community to develop businesses using the Moon. There is also the Lunar City Residence Club, a community that does not do business but enjoys owning lunar land. In this paper, we will introduce the 3D mapping method for those lunar landowners and summarize the application of the 3D map of the ASTRAX Lunar City to economic activities on Earth. 2. Trial and error involved in mapping the ASTRAX Lunar City. At ASTRAX Lunar City, we are developing an information sharing application so that we can know who is on the Moon, where they are, and what they are doing, or trying to do, and we are also conducting various studies to establish a lunar economic zone. However, in spite of there being so many landowners, there has been no map until now. We will introduce the various trials and errors that have been conducted so far to map the lands of the members of ASTRAX Lunar City. 2.1. Mapping as shown on an Excel table. First, in order to visualize the land of the members of ASTRAX Lunar City, we used a Microsoft Excel table to arrange the addresses and locations of each member. However, if we used one cell as one parcel, 2 parcels per owner as the basic unit, which is called one block, and arranged them in order of address, the map became very long and horizontal, making it very difficult to use. This is because the address system of the Lunar Embassy is such that when 2,000 horizontal plots are filled, move on to the next line, and for 2,000 horizontal plots, the currently released plots are for less than 200 lines, which simply makes the map 10 times wider than it is tall. Furthermore, even in the area where we have the ASTRAX Lunar City plots, there are only about 350 owners in the 40 lines between lines 154 and 194, and in reality, there are 80,000 plots in that area. The number of owners of non-ASTRAX branded land was much larger. Therefore, we realized that if we mapped the land as it was, there would be a huge gap between the ASTRAX branded land. So, we concluded that this person was not suitable for mapping. 2.2. Omit the space between the two to make 2 columns. We tried to eliminate the gaps by deleting the owners other than the ASTRAX Lunar City members in between, and then divided the list into 2 columns like a shopping street. However, even if we divided the list into 2 rows, there would be 175 businesses per row, and it would be a very long vertical shopping street, so we decided it was not realistic. 2.3. 1 area per 25 owners. We divided the 2 rows like a shopping street into 1 area by further dividing each of the 25 owners. In that case, 50 businesses, 50 blocks, can be grouped in 1 area. If we group 350 businesses into 2 rows of 25 each, for a total of 50 blocks each, we can divide the area into 7 areas in total. This way, the number of 1 area is not so many and the row of the shopping street is not so long. So we went forth in studying map. 2.4. From 2D mapping to 3D mapping. The next step was to figure out how to map it. At first, we were thinking of a 2-dimensional map, like a shopping street in a city. However, it was difficult to visualize what kind of buildings would stand in a row on the actual moonland. We expected from the start that we would end up with a 3D mapping, so we considered that method from the beginning. ASTRAX offers courses called ASTRAX Academy and ASTRAX Kids, which educate students on knowledge and skills related to commercial space exploration, and provide various support education for commercialization of space business. One of the students was an elementary school student who was good at playing a game called Minecraft. When I asked him to demonstrate how he could use Minecraft to simulate the surface of the moon, he quickly built the simplest of bases on the Moon. To create a concrete image of the owners of the lunar land for the ASTRAX lunar city, we decided to use Minecraft to build virtual buildings on the land of each owner of the lunar land, and then connect them together to create a three-dimensional mapping of the ASTRAX lunar city. 2.5. Limitations of Minecraft. When we started mapping in Minecraft, we found that due to the system constraints of Minecraft, we could only arrange up to 16 plots, 8 blocks per row. Therefore, we have now reduced the size of the unit to 16 sections, 8 blocks, per row x 2 rows, for a total of 32 sections, 16 blocks. If we connect 4 units together, 48 owners, 48 blocks will make one area. Since we have 350 owners, blocks, if we had 8 areas, we would have 48 owners, 48 blocks, x8 equals 384 blocks, and we would be able to capture the land of the current 350 owners. There is one other problem here. That is, as the ASTRAX brand, it is sold in units of 2 lots, equals 1 block, not 1 lot, and some owners may own many more lots in a row. In that case, the number of parcels will be more if calculated simply by the number of plots. Therefore, whether to divide the map by the number of owners, number of blocks, or by the number of plots will have to be decided in the future study. 3. Results of mapping with Minecraft. Here is a map of the actual ASTRAX lunar city prototype in Minecraft. However, this is just a prototype to see how the mapping of the lunar city will look like. Therefore, the design of each building does not consider the actual customer's image or the actual lunar environment. The buildings are made in the image of those on Earth, so that they can be easily imagined by the general public. In reality, the structure will be adapted to the lunar environment, but for now, we assume that the entire city will be covered by an imaginary glass dome, and that there will be air like on Earth, and that we will be able to walk around normally without spacesuits. 4. Prototype results and discussion of 3D mapping. The 3D map of the ASTRAX lunar city created by Minecraft allows users to move around freely within the map and easily visualize what kind of buildings to build on their land and what kind of products and services to offer. In addition, by linking to specific parts of the data, it is possible to jump to normal internet homepages and purchase sites, so that people can shop while walking around the ASTRAX lunar city, listen to music in concert halls, and watch movies in movie theaters. Furthermore, by adding plugins called mods to Minecraft, users can add various functions to the game. However, we plan to consider which functions to add after the mapping method is established. 5. Discussion. In this way, by not only buying land on the Moon, but also applying it to business and linking it to real business from within the three-dimensional virtual city, not only will it lead to actual economic activities, but also new knowledge and skills will be acquired by using this platform to create and provide various products and services. Even ordinary people who are not familiar with the Moon or space will be able to feel familiar with economic activities using the Moon and easily participate in them. ASTRAX believes that no matter how wonderful a spacecraft is built or how wonderful a base is, if there are no services necessary for living there, or if there is no concrete image of life and its benefits, it is difficult for people to settle there. More importantly, if there are no people who want to go there, the Moon will become a world for researchers only, just like Antarctica. However, if there are various convenient and comfortable services on the Moon, and if the lunar surface is like a resort, then there will be a demand from the general public to travel to the Moon, and there will be a real need for spacecraft and accommodation facilities. There will be a market for them when they are developed and built. As a result, the development of the Moon and the related space development industry will become more active, and the speed of development will increase rapidly. 6. Conclusion. At ASTRAX, our priority is how to increase the number of civilian customers who want to use the Moon and create a market for it. We are also trying to create a functioning lunar economic zone and make it work properly, which is the purpose of the ASTRAX Lunar City project. If we can map all the land of the 6 million lunar landowners around the world, we will feel closer to the Moon, and the number of people who understand, support, and use lunar development will increase dramatically, and as a result, the lunar development industry will become more active. Currently, we are using Minecraft, but once the mapping method is established to some extent and the number of users increases, we will switch to a more sophisticated system for more realistic mapping. What is important in space development in the commercial space age is not only the safety, development and advancement of technology, but also the development of services that are actually needed, the expansion of demand and markets, the improvement of better services, cost reduction, and the linkage with life on Earth. In the ASTRAX Lunar City project, we will continue to challenge ourselves to develop various services and create markets, assuming that people will actually settle on the Moon.